What's going on? What's going on? So, as you could tell from the title or the topic, so you think you know everything. Are you the person that thinks you know everything? You think you know everything. You swear you know everything. Or do people say that you know everything? You think you're always right. No, those were the quotes that was said to me about just everyday topics, whether it's about fixing something, whether it's directions to go somewhere, whether it's about making business moves or hustle moves, job moves. You think you know everything. You swear you know everything. You always right. And I'm not talking about an argument. I'm not talking about where you're clashing, trying to prove a point to someone. But you ever get that from someone telling you that you think that you're always right, and you're talking about something, just something in general, and the person just, I don't know, they just don't seem to get it. You know, especially if they come to you for advice. If they come to you for advice or some information and you're giving it to them and they don't quite get it and they don't quite understand, and you're firm on what you're talking about because you know what you're talking about, but they don't get it, and then they just say, you swear you know everything. You know, because it might get a little bit tense, not heated, but a little bit tense, where you kind of have a debate going on. You think you know everything. And I was like, well, you asked me something and I'm responding to it and I'm giving you the correct answer, or at least I think I'm giving you the correct answer. And so the point I'm trying to get is that when you get a little older, you know, if you're like 30, 40, 50, 60 years old, and let's say it's a man and a woman, let's say it's your spouse, your husband or your wife, and of course, that's going to be the first person that you go to for any type of information, advice, facts, statistics. But that person that's closer to you just don't get it. And they just say, you think you know everything. You swear you're always right. And I'm not talking about an argument where you're going at it and you're trying to prove a point and you're trying to belittle someone. But you think when you're like, you would think that if you're 30, 40, 50, even 60 years old, that the things that you speak about will be more on the right side than on the wrong side, or more on the right side than on the other side, more on the you know how side rather than you don't know. Because just imagine if you're married to someone and you know they come to you for advice or information or whatever, and they say something like that to you, you would have to think like, okay, well, why would you come to me and ask me that? Because I'm only going to give you what I think is right. And I'm not talking about the person that's, you know, the bad personality type of person. I ain't talking about the person who wants to, you know, be the man or be the woman of the conversation. I'm talking about the person that's genuinely giving you good advice. And you will hope that that person, your spouse, girlfriend, boyfriend, whoever, 30, 40, 50, 60 years old, would be more on the right side, meaning they would have experience or have facts or statistics or data to back up what they're talking about, meaning that they know what they're talking about more than they don't. Because just think about it. If you're married to someone and every time you talk to them, they don't know what they're talking about, you would never go to that person. I mean, just imagine you with the person and everything that they talk about, everything that you ask them about, they don't know. Hey, do you know how to fix the doorknob? No, I don't know. Hey, do you know how to rake up leaves? No, I don't know. Hey, do you know directions here? No, I don't know. You would say to yourself, I got an incompetent partner. Because how would you feel if you had to go ask another man or another woman information and say, yeah, I asked my husband or asked my wife, but she don't know nothing, or he don't know nothing. He always give me the wrong answer. He don't know nothing. you wouldn't be confident in that person. I mean, you definitely wouldn't want to, I guess, stay with someone who's more wrong than right. I think it would be better if the person knows over the year or learn over the years things that are correct, and they wouldn't speak about something that they don't know. So someone asked me, hey, how do you bake a cake? And I'm just going to tell them, oh, I don't know. You put it in the oven. I don't know how long. I don't know anything about the batter. I don't know anything about the cooker temperature. I don't know. I have no experience in it. But if you ask me something about, car related, then I know. And I will speak about it, and I'll be confident about it. So you will hope that the person that you're close to is the type of person that is wise enough to learn over the years that they're going to give you information, facts, advice that they know about, to the point where you shouldn't have to say, well, you think you know everything. You will hope that that person do know more than what they don't know. 99% of the time, you will hope that you can go to your other half and say, hey, I can go with confidence to my other half and ask them a question, because more than likely they know what they're talking about. Because could you imagine going around your family and friends and like, yeah, I got a husband or a wife, but he don't know jack. He don't know anything. He don't know anything about pets. He don't know anything about cars. He don't know anything about job related. He don't know anything about career moves. He don't know anything about business moves. That would sound like really, really weird. Like you're belittling your other half around your family and friends. But would you rather be around your family and friends and saying, listen, my wife and my husband, they top notch. He told me this, he told me that. He gave me information about this, that, that. And you would say, hey, I'm glad that you know something. Because who wants to be with someone who don't know anything, especially in a crisis mode? In a crisis mode, you would hope that the person that's closest to you knows everything, or knows majority of what to do rather than what not to do, and have all the wrong answers, especially if it's in a crisis mode where it could be like life or death. You know what I'm saying? So I thought that was interesting that a person would keep coming to me saying, you think you know everything. You think you know it all. So remember, try to find yourself acquainted with someone who's 30, 40, 50, 60 years old, who's being wiser and learning more and know what they're talking about, as opposed to one who's declining that don't know what they're talking about. That's it for today. Beautiful day as usual. Hit me up. Tell me how you like it. Till next week, peace and love.